Thank you, Young-Hae, for organising the event and bringing all these wonderfully open-minded people together. And also thank you, Pim. I really enjoyed your discussions this evening and interested to hear of your work. I'm a lecturer in metaphysics and psychoanalysis and things like forensic psychology. I've also had a near-death experience, very profound. I've had an interesting life anyway. I realised that the scientific mind, I was going to waste my time there if I tried to, as you've mentioned a couple of times this evening, convince anybody. So if anybody does want any information on, I've made a video on the 7 levels of consciousness, and that is on YouTube. And I also, Young-Hae mentioned about education, so I created my own college called College of the Mind. And so when it comes to things like consciousness, if you have a bottom-up perspective, which the medical mind does, then they're not going to understand. And I like to say in my lectures, just because you don't believe it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Thankfully, I've outgrown the confinement of what other people think. And so I openly write and produce literature in the different levels of consciousness. There's a couple of things that people mentioned. There's something you mentioned about physical death. So metaphysically, we cannot die. And we can only come out of this physical realm. And so the physical death, which I think you defined as death, I write about how we actually metaphorically die. So the near-death experience will be a metaphorical death within life. And I have a little smile to myself when people are talking about near-death experiences. I wonder if the ultimate fear isn't a near-life experience, like to become fully conscious. So in the stages of consciousness, I draw on Freud and Dante. I loved your reference to Dante earlier. I deliberately write poetically because that's how you access the deepest level of our human consciousness, which is the subconscious mind. And somebody said to me the other day, well, the thing is, Carole, you kind of almost miss the point on that. And I was thinking, no, but I'm teaching to the subconscious mind, which doesn't forget. And the conscious mind becomes programmed in life. So we're programmed out of our birth knowledge that consciousness isn't only within the physical realm. So the subconscious mind, which not many people know, is the soul. So that is what comes into consciousness. I think you referenced the analogy of the internet. And so, yes, here is just kind of a laser light show of projections of our dream we all share that we call reality.